Well, what's the crack, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Buckshot for Friday, the 11th of March 2022. Or, of course, you are a Patreon. We got some new Patreons, 2 new ones. I will give you a shout out. I don't know where I've left the phone. Like a prize bollocks. Fair play. We have 2 new ones, but we've about 7 or 8 in the last few days. So I'll make sure, and I've messaged you all anyway. You know. Fair play to you. Thank you very much. You would have gotten this last night. Ad-free, of course. We don't have the video. Typically, if you're first time listening to this, you're like, what? It's Patreon. It's how you support the podcast, but what you get is ad-free early access content of all this, and you get the interview videos. Ironically today, as I say that, we have a new camera set up, and I say set up, it's not working. So, and also even the new microphone set up, not working. So, Apple, you bastards. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're getting there slowly. I'm getting out podcasts. This is like some stuff behind enemy lines kind of stuff. I don't know, like, you work with Windows for I don't know how long, but look, it is what it is. We'll get there. I'll have the video of the Ramblepod out on Saturday morning, and I'll be recording next week's Buckshot tomorrow. So the video for that will be up on Thursday, and we do have a live show, not this Sunday. The following Sunday we're going to do a live show for the Patreons, so come on board, join in. Gigs, of course, we do have the 2 ones that are live at the minute for ticket sales. If you look in the show notes, they're down there. 23rd of April in the Limelight, I'll be there with my brand new show Clattered. Kieran Bartlett is going to be joining me. May 5th I'm going to be in the Wild Duck in Dublin, Wild Duck Comedy Club in Temple Bar, and opening for me that night is the great Jim Elliott. I'm going to be in Portlaoise the following night. I think the tickets are about to go on sale. I'm doing a snaky one in Uri on the 2nd of April. Snaky old one. Tickets for that have just gone on sale as well. So, if you're in the Newry direction, or you come on board. But they're thereabouts Saturday night, 23rd of April. Let's fill this one out and have a right old bit of crack. Everything else, have a look in the show notes. Go follow me on all the usual platforms. If you're listening right now on Spotify, do me a favour and go to the little thing where you can hit 5 stars. If you're thinking anything less than 5 stars, hang on to them. No use to me. I want to have clean bill of 5 stars. Some bollocks give less than 5 stars. I don't know who could possibly want to do that, but fair play. Everybody rallied around and popped it off the 4.9 and brought it back up to 5 again. Basically fucking bleaching out the dirty bastard that came on and gave me less than 5 stars. Who would do that? To what end? It's not like he'd leave a comment. Just the bollocks. It allows people to make it, more visible. So if you can do that, great. Do me a favour too. Right now, get a screen grab of what you're listening to and just tag the podcast on Instagram. It's the handiest place to do it. Post it on your story. I'll repost it and we'll spread the love. Anyway, moving along to today's guest. Long time in the coming back. I don't know how many she turned me down, way more times than the time I asked her to marry me anyway. Back by popular demand. Everybody loves when Natasha's on, and Natasha's no interest in being on, so this is great. Natasha Mahony, welcome to Buckshot, back again. The excitement is palpable, I'd say, is it?
Oh, thank you for having me.
Why so long? Why? Well, I suppose we've had. The last time we had it? Did we have a child then?
Oh, we did. But you see, I had a pot of tea back then, and I stupidly made the rookie mistake of only making 1 mug this evening. Well, a mug for you as well.
Yeah, you see, I makes it last. Makes it last.
Well, I'm nearly finished mine, and I've only came in here 5 minutes ago.
Natasha has a tea issue.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's an addiction. And if you can hear that twingly, 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 genuinely, we're out in the studio right now, and we had to bring the baby monitor with us. And your man, when the only thing to set him off is this owl that plays. What tune is that he plays?
Ollie's Lullaby.
He plays this lullaby, like, or whatever. And your man, if he's not fully off to sleep, he'll sit up and go, owl! Because
he loves it.
Because the owl is sound sensitive or whatever, it just pipes up all of a sudden. He's like, yeah, that'll do nicely, yeah. Owl! Fucking owl! So we are monitoring the child. You are monitoring the child with us as you listen to this. Don't worry, the twinkly twinkly will go off in the background after a while. Oh Lord, we were in Enniskerry? We were in Enniskerry the last time we did it.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it was in the sitting room, was it? This is some debate, isn't it? Huh? Do you think that? Well, these guys are an absolute barrel of laughs. They're going, do you know what we are now with that old couple going, no, I think what you'll find, Margaret, is there were actually 2 brown suitcases in the attic last summer. Wherever we recorded the podcast anyway.
What's that, Marvin?
It's taken a long time to get you back on. Delighted to have you back on.
Thank you.
Your lovely face isn't on the camera this evening. We've two cameras and none of them going. They work. I just haven't figured out how to interface them with the new gear. So that's where we're at the fucking minute.
I did not hide any cables on purpose.
I know. There's cables. This fucking place needs a sorting out. In all fairness, it's gone to fucking hell in the handbasket. I have more stuff and I can't fucking work any of it. I'm like, as the fella says, I'm like a dog with 2 Mickeys fucking locked in the house.
And I've just seen Fion's umbrella.
Oh, yeah, well, that's essential.
I was actually looking for that.
There you go. That's essential Peter kit inside it. Their shit gets thrown in here now.
I didn't put that in here. I only put stuff in here when I was...
I didn't fucking put it in here.
Party prepping.
Why would I? Yeah, party prepping. Yeah, this became the storeroom, which is something I vowed would never fucking happen.
It was so handy. It was like my secret craft room.
No, it's not. There's not secret about it because I would just open the door and shit would fall out on top of me everywhere. So there's nothing fucking secret about it. Did you have a good International Women's Day? Did you?
It was lovely. It was so lovely. I was promised I was being taken out for a coffee, which does not happen often.
Who promised you that?
You.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were we were going to the garden in the local hotel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Anyway, I got myself dolled up.
Yeah.
About my second time wearing makeup in 2 years.
Yeah. Well, that makes 2 more than me. 2 more than me.
And there I was. Even washed my hair and straightened it. That also doesn't happen very often. The straightening, I do wash.
Manky most of the fucking time. Manky.
That's why I'm wearing a hat right now. Yeah, didn't happen. But I did end up in the forest going for a walk.
Yeah, it was to visit. It was kind of have to. I don't think Sunday was International Women's Day. I think it was like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. But there was a gang of old ones inside dressed like something out of the 1920s meets Vanilla Sky, fucking eyes wide shut, kind of it was a weird vibe. I didn't realise there was anything going on, and myself and my mother walked in because we were going to meet a cousin, and we walked into the back of the hotel, and this door just flapped open off this fucking whatchamacallit room, like function room, and like 500 of these oddly dressed old ones inside there. It was weird. That manager, did you ever meet the manager in there, in that hotel?
Maybe the time I took the money on the door for your gig.
Yeah, he's an odd fish, that man. He walked past me in full garb, like he was full fucking top hat, the whole lot. And as we found out the cousin was down the road, so we said, fuck, we'll just walk out of here and we'll go. And your man stops me, stares at me weirdly, like really weirdly, like, and wouldn't let me pass. I love you. But this is the fucking manager of the joint, and he just stares at me, goes, and clicks his fingers in my face and goes, Tom the Bear, yeah? I went, yeah, that's it. All right. And walks on. You're like, dude, I'm not saying it's the Beverly Hilton, but at the same fucking time, like, what world did you think that's acceptable to do to a patron of your hotel? But that was the same guy. We did a gig years ago, and I remember the 2 Johnnies brought me out on stage, and they were hosting it and I was judging it, and full room, and your man at the beginning we're doing a bit of to and fro, and your man says, Johnny says Johnny B, or I think he says, what's the deal with tell us, Tom, what's the crack with the name the Bear? I went, well, Johnny, there was this time back in my early childhood that I love shitting in the woods, and that was it. Laugh, silly joke, lovely stuff. What are you hoping to see tonight? Over to my judging seat. 500 people got it as a silly joke. It was just a throwaway thing. 3 hours passed. Somebody won the competition. Shaking hands, photographs of everybody. Out the door, walking out. There was the manager at the door. He says, hey, Tom, are you heading off? I said, yeah, I'm heading off. And he goes, come here. The thing about shitting in the woods, was that real? You're like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's where we're at. This guy's running the show.
I wouldn't be surprised though if Fionn did it.
I've shit in the woods, there's no doubt, lads. I won't lie, I definitely have. I can't put hand on heart on when it happened, but for sure I would have been, like, I used to wander off and, like, pal around with horses and stuff that weren't mine. Like, do you know what I mean? Just fucking weird. I was weird Huckleberry Finn fucking child. Just sandwiches, jam sandwiches. But for sure, you can see our lad, like, just only fucking gearing up for that shit. Like, he's fucking ready. So is it the toughest job in the world as a mother? Is it? Do you know Bill Burr took the piss out of it, said it can't be that tough if you're fucking doing it in your pyjamas, like. What this is making unbelievable. Well, I tell you, I can't believe we didn't have you back on the podcast more often.
I told you I didn't want to do it. And you didn't even make me a cup of tea.
Just sitting there, just going, you know what? I'm like I tell a funny story. You're supposed to, you're supposed to enjoy it at least.
I know, but I've heard it before.
And she's gone. She has lost it. There's no get. I can tell you about it right now. There's no getting her back for a while. The actual sound bar on the fuck. I'm gonna have to fucking redo this whole part. It's actually blowing the limiter off the fucking Audacity.
I am contained.
No, what is it? It's not. It's Audition is the one we're using now. Yeah, it's after blowing. Look at that. That is that last sequence of like 10 seconds.
Oh, eject.
No, don't. That's nothing to do. Don't worry about eject. If I'm bad with the new computer, people, I'm telling you now, Natasha must be looking at a fucking Tesla.
I don't do electronics.
I know you don't do electronics or anything mechanical. Even at that, it's not your forte. So how is motherhood? Is it all you hoped it would be? Is it? Not in a facetious way now, is it? Is it all you hoped? Because there'll be new people who are new parents on this, or people who are soon to be parents, or possibly going to be parents, or don't ever want to be parents on this. So is it all you hoped it would be?
It's fantastic. I have my little bestie I get to hang out with all day long.
I was thinking about it as especially from my point of view, given especially, you know, so many people go, Jesus Christ, he looks like you. But it's like, is it the biggest ego flex of all time? You make a human that looks like you. Is that the most egotistical fucking thing you could possibly do? That's some Dr. Evil. I want a mini-me. Like, Papa, you wanna come to Papa? You wanna come to Papa?
I think he has my eyes, but
he does.
Everything else is very Tom.
He does, yeah. It's a funny development how he's a headstrong little whore. Like it's on his terms, whatever. Like, he's sound enough about it. Like, he's not going around breaking windows or anything, like, but it's on his terms. But then what he thinks is fucking funny. You know what I mean? You're like, hey man, that's kind of violent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get you, but your strength is fucking too much for a child your age.
Oh, he's so funny. Oh my gosh, he's doing knock jokes now. Granted, they're not the best.
I like that. We got to critique him too. We don't want him to run away with himself. Don't want to laugh at every joke like you don't laugh at mine. But you're looking, it's we want to keep on top of that. We don't want him to run away. Little fucker's going to be probably killing it by age 14 on stage. It's like,
I thought you were going to say 4.
Hey, if we can start making money off him, grant. He'll be the new Dave Chappelle. We just won't let him smoke on stage.
Well, that's a year and a half. So.
Oh Jesus, yeah. Christ above. It is great. We do have people, and they send pictures of their children in just because it's relevant and whatnot. Now, also, I need to point out of our other child, our furry one, she's gone. You may hear her. We may have. I'm not even going to fucking pause it. You may hear her in a while.
Oh, she's gone feral.
She's gone bananas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Was it the move to the country? That's because she hasn't been right since we moved down here. She's gone.
Definitely. She's gone bonkers.
There's something weird. I know there's a lot of foxes and stuff around here, but like, not a hyper aggressive, but just like, hey, fucking what's happening, lads? Like, she's on fucking speed all the time. Like, I don't know what it is, but if you hear her kicking at the door here, it's not Natasha trying to get out. It's the fucking dog trying to get.
No, because I'm strapped down.
That sounds weird.
Eject.
Right, we'll move swiftly along. What was your week like? Lovely, was it?
It was beautiful. I don't even know what day it is right now.
Nobody does anymore. Everybody's lost all construct of time. Did you...
I've lost construct of conversation.
Yeah, of course you have.
I'm not
I've
prepared
noticed
to
that.
talk to an
I've
adult
noticed
right
that
now.
you don't want to talk on the podcast. It's like...
I'm only used to talking to a 2.5-year-old.
That's the thing. I read an article actually last night. This will be one that'll actually come up. I did it on the Ramble Pod. This will be one that will come our way, and we're going to have to meet it smartly and headlong. There was an article how they were after moving to a new area, and their kid was 9 or 10 or whatever, and they wanted invited the new lads over to the whatchamacallit. The father was having none of it, and your one was like, but the fucking mother's sound like, because if I don't know him, I don't want to see him. Which is one thing. It's a bit harsh, but like,
This is their new neighbours.
New school friends and stuff. But
Oh.
what it is what I was thinking was there's going to be points too where himself is going to be friends with mad yokes, and that's definitely going to happen. Like, for sure, he'll be a magnet for the fucking mad yokes, and which is fine. But then, like,
What if he is the mad joke?
that's the other side of it too. Like, I was going, maybe he'll be the fucking one that won't want to be invited. I know my friends are having parties, but it's, you know, when you meet the parents, like, and you know, the old one smoking a Super King, like, and stuff into the kid's face, and you're like, it should be great to have, you know, a party now. It'd be lovely, lads, you know, and they're complete fucking scummers or something. Like, what the fuck do we do? And you can't say no, because hell and high water, he'll want to be friends with that fella. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I was taught to be friends with everyone in the class.
Yeah, that's all right. Like, when you go to a private fucking school on the south side of Dublin.
No, but you have to invite everyone to the parties, because it's kind of mean otherwise, isn't it?
There was one lad I invited him a couple of times, like, but you're going, lad, I can't be bringing you on to no parties. Even when we were small, he invariably would shit himself, like, and
It's because he didn't have a woods close by.
there are fucking woods everywhere here. But there'd be something. He'd be the one lad that would eat too much cake and barf. Like, you know what I mean? He always had a trail of schnatz running down the nose. Like, always, all year round he had him. And, what was it? Emma Dorn called it the number 11 bus under his nose. But he invariably, and you're going, thank fuck, he was eradicated out of my friends. You know, he was grand, like, but it was like, you know, there's going to be fellas, and worse again, further down the line, there's going to be young ones. How are we going to tackle that? Because to be the mad joke that we say he can't, she's not the right woman for you, that'll be the one he'll want.
I think you're not supposed to say that.
That's what I mean. If you can't say it, because if you say it, he'll be like, that's the one for me. You're one who with fucking 3 missing teeth, that's the girl for me. Oh, the one with 7 children already, that's the one for me. The one that's older than my mother, yeah, want to move in with her.
The only thing, though, in such a small area,
yeah, that's it.
we're probably going to know everyone's kids anyway, so
Yeah.
we can pre-vet them.
That's the fucking thing, like. So there'd be no hiding from it, like.
Well, no, we only invite then those girls or boys to the birthday party.
Yeah, but you just said you got to invite everybody.
I know.
So what do you do, like? Do you know, what do you do in that instance? This is something that we haven't actually discussed properly, how we're going to get around this fucking issue, because it invariably will happen. You can tell them sidestep jobs, you know, if there's a teacher giving him shit or whatever, you can advise him all you want on that, but when it comes to friends and relationships, you know yourself, you're a teenager or whatever. I love her. She's got no teeth. That's fine. She had 7 children. Okay, I make friends with him. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to college.
This is your son we're talking about here. He's not going to be whiny.
No, he's not. But I'm saying he could be like he's headstrong. Like I'm saying,
He might not even be interested. Be too busy farming.
Oh! It said a mother everywhere was like, I'd say he'll only have eyes for his mammy. He'll only have eyes for his mammy now. Yeah, I'd give me a Valentine's every year. Yeah. You'd be lucky if he calls us once a week when he moves out. Are you joking?
It won't be moving out. Why do you think I want to buy land?
What big compound just moved? Oh, I know what you want to be. You want to be those. What was that family that lived in the woods in
Oh, the Alaskan bush people. I wonder if that's back on. That was great.
a couple of them got arrested or something. A couple of them did time in prison. Your man defrauded on the father defrauded or something on see, everybody in Alaska, I think, who has a certain size plot of land, they all get a few pound as a subsidy back from the government. They get like 20 grand a year or something back from the government because of the oil reserves that get sold off, which is something our country didn't do. They just fucking handed the oil to Shell. Now they say they handed it, but for sure, like, there was government officials made a ball of money off it on the backside. Amazingly, everybody just kind of went, ah yeah. And what did they actually tilted it brilliantly? They had all the fucking tree huggers and all the maniacs up there protesting it. And that's what they highlighted. They went, these guys, what's that all about? But when you actually look at it, it's like, oh my God, Ireland gave away their oil rights. Just gave it away, it would seem. But clearly somebody made money somewhere. But the same thing. The old lad in the Alaskan bush people, he...
Look like you.
I was thinking about letting the stash grow all the way. No, I can't.
Viking.
See, it's all well and good, right? See, that cunt's doing nothing all day. The kid's walking around the fucking place catching all berries and stuff like that. He's doing not a tap all day. I can tell you here and now. A big old 2 wispy fucking yolks hanging off your face. I'm going to get him caught in everything. Like PTO shaft. I'm going to get it caught in a fucking drill.
Fion's grip.
Yeah. Oh, like even my moustache as it is.
Whee! Daddy swing.
Even as it is, he pulls the fucking head off me by grabbing my fucking moustache anyway. So, no, it's not getting any longer than it is. But yeah, he did time. And I know the eldest son went in with him as well. I think they did 6 months or something like that. And then I think they've moved to a city or something now. Because the old one was sick or something. They've moved to a city and...
Oh, why don't we revisit it?
Yeah, I do. But like, they're all... Here's the other thing, like, and I wanted to point it out. You just mentioned a compound and I was pointing them out. Look at the fucking freaks every one of them are. The youngest son, that fucking weirdo walking around thinking he's in fucking Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, I love
That
him.
fucking looper with his fucking... He's trying to woo women from the fucking 1800s.
They only have about 3 VHSs or something. An Interview with the Vampire is one of them. So obviously he's going to, copy them.
Oh, so the problem is that he doesn't have enough literature to watch on television. Like, okay.
Well, our son thinks he's a dinosaur.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
T-Rex.
Yeah, and do you know what?
So
it's there. And if we stayed in a compound, that's exactly what he would think he is in his 20s. He'd be roaring around, just roaring at people from the woods with no clothes on, just running around trying to bite things. Like, so you kind of need to meet people, unfortunately. You do, like.
Well, talking about compounds, there are these incredible people that...
They sound gas.
Yeah. They bought an island, but it was crowdfunded.
Oh, right.
I have an article somewhere here on this. On this lovely machine in front of me.
Jesus Christ, you're such an out one. I have an article. It's just
if
like...
you could just... There we go. Islandia.
I wish we actually had the camera working, because to watch Natasha waving her finger at the fucking thing, like... So what, they bought a Caribbean island?
Yeah.
How much?
So it is 1.2 acres and it was $180,000, and it was paid for through crowdfunding, and you can actually still buy a share in the island now for like $3,250. It's called Coffee K. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's mental. So there's 13 people so far have bought in, and you can buy as many shares as you want. You can only put a tent on, they can't build on it because it's so tiny.
What fucking use is that?
And also it's probably going to be underwater within 10 years. But apart from that, they're going to have their own rules, all these mad titles.
Oh, listen, that's...
Votes.
I tell you here now, babe, that's a bunch of fucking nonsense. I'm telling you now, they're all...
But they looked in Ireland as well. They looked at islands we had for sale.
They're perverts.
To potentially
I'm telling you now,
here.
they're perverts. They're going out there to do their own thing. Like Belize City, that's where your man John, what's his name, McAfee was. Your man who was McAfee fucking security.
McAfee, coffee.
Oh, for the love of
Coffee
Jesus.
K Island. McAfee.
Well, he was a pervert.
Mac Coffee.
He liked hiring prostitutes to shit on glass tables.
Well, maybe it's his island.
Well, no, he would have had shit built on it. These lads are. This is just a fucking kip with a couple of trees and like this bollock sitting on his fucking.
Well, like, look, the sea is right beside. He literally, what is that? About 2 foot where he's sitting on the edge of the island.
I get it, but like, it's only 1.2 acres, not a fucking lot.
That's tiny.
Like, you buy into that, and all of a sudden you land out there with your fucking tent. To what end?
Well, it says right there, escapism and experimentation.
There's no escapism. There's other cunts and tents. Escapism, you want to get there by yourself. You land there and there's 40 other cunts going, hey, how you doing, guy? No, like, that now is just...
But look at this here now. This paragraph.
The Principality of Sealand.
A World War II fighting platform off the coast of England. It was declared an independent nation in 1967. I never knew about that. A micronation.
Oh, there's going to be... Like, are these people living in this fucking Sealand? God almighty, what a fucking shit name for a place. Like, of all... You've any name in the world you could name the thing.
We should see if that's still a thing. If that's still...
The Principality. Let's see it.
Because that's in the UK.
Look up.
But anyway, I did not know you could buy an island and start your own nation. That's quite interesting.
It's just a fucking...
We could do it with all the Patreons. Patreon Island. And what would you call your island if you had one?
Here you are, Patreon. Buckshot fucking Island, for Christ's sake.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I'm going to call it Buckshot Island.
I think I'd call mine Fiondalandia.
Fiondalandia. Now...
Fiondalatia.
Are you fucking joking me?
Oh.
It's a fucking...
That's not an island.
It's not a fucking island. It's like 2 big columns
Oil
that would have been
rigs.
under an oil rig, and there's just a helipad on it. And I'm guessing there's an old container under that where people can fucking live.
So you can... Oh, no, well, you couldn't technically put it into the sea.
No, that's a load of bollocks. Like, there's a good reason for
Look,
that.
they've
Like,
got their own coat of arms.
for what? It's a fucking shit heap. Look at it. There's literally fucking rust pouring out the sides of it. And they've got a coat of arms.
Be terrible in a storm.
Be a pile of bollocks. I know your man... Listen to your man. He's a very famous YouTuber called Mr. Beast. I know it sounds much more fucking scary than it actually is, but it's a guy. He's called Mr. Beast. Fucking kids love him. He makes loads of fucking bubblegum content that kids love or whatever. But they throw these amazing competitions, and they bought an island in the Bahamas for 800,000. And when they bought it, they went, "Oh fuck! If we're gonna give this island away, like we got to put a beach on it." So they spent another 200,000 hauling in like 5 tons of fucking sand, and then bringing in diggers to fucking level it out. And then they gave it away to a fella, and your man went, "Grand," and sold it.
How much did he get?
Sure, even if he got his million back, or even if he got the 800,000 it originally cost. But yeah, I mean, I like the idea, but 1.2 fucking acres. I want to be seeing something for my money. I want a bit, like, literally. You're staying in a tent for starters. Fuck that. And then on top of that, you land on, and there's a load of fuckers with tents. Like, you can still buy into it. Sure, now, how, like, 1.2 acres? Fuck, right off. You could drive a fucking slither from one side to the other. No. I mean, they're chancers, these fuckers. For sure they are. It was a funny way of getting an old island. But, no, fuck that.
Crowdfunding, though. That's the future.
It is. There's something inherently Irish in me that goes, jeez, even this Patreon. There's a shame in me going, "Oh, sorry for asking now." I need to be less shameful. I need to be more like Blind Boy, who just goes, "Yeah, give me money." But I've come around to the fact that, well, there is an exchange because they get all the added content and all the rest of it, and they get a ramble pod in the middle of the week that nobody else gets to hear, and live podcasts. But
and a really boring guest, your wife.
well, no, that's the ad free one.
I'm sorry.
There's no sorry. You're going out to the masses. The masses are getting you. This is a buckshot. So, but even still, like, there's something about crowdfunding. I thing is, no matter what, I reckon pick the maddest you can pick, because these days there's lads with just so much money just throwing it at things. Like, Like,
Well, my idea isn't particularly mad, but it would really work.
go on.
Yes. It is to buy a couple of acres.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love 100, but sure, look,
Oh,
10
sure,
would
look
be
it.
grand. And a bit of a forest and a stream
Yeah.
and overnight accommodation, obviously.
What? What's live? A house is overnight accommodation. What do you do? I don't. You're just leaving. Are you opening it to the public? Like,
Yeah.
okay, right?
But I
Because you
want
left
to
that bit out. You were just like, and overnight accommodation. Like, you could literally just go sleep on the grass and it's overnight accommodation.
Do you know someone probably paid for that? Oh, there she is
fucking
now.
dog.
Oh, Mrs. Farrell herself.
Hold on. Let's see. Will the dog come in?
Oh
Fucking
no, she's
dog.
gone right down to the drive.
Oh, good Christ!
actually
I'm gonna
lost her
I'm gonna
mind.
pause this for a
Oh,
second.
sure, do you not want me to chat away? I'm so interested.
Oh, do you want? Yeah, you tell everybody about your compound. I dare you. I bet you can't.
No,
hold
no,
one
no,
minute.
no.
Okay, 1 second. Through the magic of pressing the fucking pause button, the dog is in, and no doubt she's going to wreck her heads inside here too. Just sit down.
Oh, she's fair whiffy. Whew. She smells like burgers.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Can you smell that?
And vegetation.
This is making some podcast content. I can tell you that much. Can you guys smell that? The dog is fucking rank.
Oh, it's really horrible. And we're trapped.
Well, I'm not washing her, so I'll wash her maybe Sunday, but
Oh, it's too far.
I don't know what.
Oh, sure, I can't. I have the busiest job in the world.
You're the toughest job in the world as a mother.
Anyway, my lovely magical parcel of land
Yeah.
will have the most magical staycations you could ever see.
Jesus Christ, elaborate. So what's?
I can't because people might copy me.
Oh, I'd say they won't. For the most part, everybody here is either on the Lewis or driving to work. They're not making a little pen and pad going, thank God Natasha's on that. I'm going to lift all her ideas.
Maybe they're on crowdfund right now and they just tappity tap tap before I get a chance.
What are you thinking of? Because you're just throwing out magical notions.
I want everything. I want giant toadstools,
Okay.
tree houses, magical looking, with bridges.
Yeah. Is that it? Toadstools and tree houses?
Obviously hobbit houses.
Okay.
Oh, barrel houses, Viking houses.
What the fuck is a barrel house?
In-
It's a house made out of barrels.
No, it's this incredibly long, curved building. It's unreal, and one end of it, the whole end is a window. So it's beautiful for looking out at the forest and the scenery.
Oh, right. And you want to crowdfund this? What are your projections? What do you think you'll need?
I'm estimating currently
Currently,
for land
it may move.
120
120,000 for the land.
for the. Well, I mean, there was a plot of land locally that went for 95, and that was 9.8 acres.
Okay.
And that had forest on two sides and a
Right.
stream.
Okay. Are you going to live on site with these vagrants coming to visit you?
I would quite like to, yes.
You would.
Yes.
Fucking hell! So even if they've like, my kettle's broken, Mrs. O'Mahony, can I?
Yeah, sure, I'll have a spare one. Or
Okay.
learn how to fix them.
Okay.
Oh, also has to be eco-friendly.
Piss like middle of the night. Child's after pissing the bed. Can we get new sheets?
I'll have a place for them to go for such occasions.
What if they steal all our sheets?
Sure, why would they steal our sheets?
I've stolen sheets from hotels.
Why?
Because I'm a scumbag.
That is bizarre.
Yeah.
Off
but
the bed you were sleeping
no,
on?
no. The laundry locker was open one day and I thought, I'll have those sheets were lovely I slept on last night. I'm going to have one.
Who have I married?
You know this.
You're a criminal.
You know this because you saw the
Nope.
embossed bit of the hotel.
Oh, sure, I thought you bought it from the hotel.
Yeah, they don't normally sell their sheet. That's a good idea, actually. If there were really nice sheets to sell them at the front desk.
What's the place we got your parents a voucher for?
I don't know.
Oh, that lovely place in Limerick.
Something Castle.
Whatever it's called anyway. They do something very similar.
Do they?
They sell a lot of bits, like they sell their own dressing gowns and slippers, pyjamas.
Fuck. That's a good, yeah. I mean, but in fairness, like, A Travelodge, you never want, you're not going to give a shit about that. But the fact is, they have that name that we can't fucking remember, which is amazing. Because that fucking voucher would cost a fortune. Cost a fortune.
They haven't used it yet, have they?
They fucking haven't, actually.
That's for there now.
They haven't.
To be fair, I think bookings
It's
are
not,
months
it's
in
not
advance.
Ashford Castle, is it? No, that's in Mayo.
No.
It's, what the fuck is it called? It's in that little...
It's unreal. It's in Adair Manor.
There you go.
Oh,
we
sure
got there.
now.
We got there in the end.
Give me a cookie.
A cookie. All right, let's see what other fascinating subjects from around the world that you've found that you'd like to talk about. So the island one, yeah. And what about this prick?
A photographer who sold image of a potato for $1 million pays $183,000 in tax settlement.
I'm interested, like...
He tried to avoid revenue.
But fuck you, like, you know what I mean? You make a
Scroll down and look at the picture of the potato.
All right.
$1 million.
It doesn't even look like a spud. It looks like kind of a
moon.
badly shaped moon.
And it's just black on the outside.
What? Like, why? Like, that? You've just stolen £1 million. Like, why not pay the tax on it? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, did he put that many hours in to earn $1 million?
Not like... $1
million? How did he even sell this picture of a
It's a fucking
potato?
shit spud. Let's see. He must have sold it to a Japanese person or something. So he tried to defraud anyway. He tried to fucking step out.
Yeah, he moved to New York.
So it's not even the spud. It's just a picture of it. So
have they spelled that? Under declaration of income tax.
So
he was audited.
Yeah, of course, because you would get tick if you were the revenue and you looked at this fucker was after you would have heard about that spud being, because it's such a story. You would have heard about that spud being sold. You go, fucking sold that, and then you go, here, this fella's only after putting in 20 grand for last year. Let's have a fucking gander. All it is tax defrauders.
Yeah.
So it's paid by. No, it's just all load. The Irish Parachute Club.
Oh no!
These are all just tax defrauders.
Yeah.
Why haven't they told us who sold the spud? Or who bought the spud?
He sold his photo of a solitary spud to a European businessman. And he had photographed the potato in his Dublin home. So, like, he didn't even have to pay for a studio or anything.
That's fucking phenomenal.
$1 million.
Go have a look at this. It's a bleakest, shittest looking spud you've ever seen in your life. It's a shit looking spud. It's like an upside down face with a gammy nose and 2 eyes. But it's just fucking rank. But again, that's that NFT shit. It's a dog, seriously. I don't know if that's coming over on the microphone, but Jesus Christ. She just breathed into your face. Stop. She'll get self-conscious, the poor fucking thing. You alright, girl? You alright? Fuck though, you do home.
Yeah.
You absolutely...
Just put your little tootsies down, honey. You just pop your tootsies on the ground, love. Sit down. Sit down. I know, Baba. I love you too. Sit down, lovey.
Cheeky bastard.
Yeah. I mean, we've carrots inside. Just whip out the phone.
It's like, I mean, it's if you can peddle it, but this fella must have had some name beforehand. It's like, it was like a bad picture of the Ukrainian/Tipperary flag a couple of years ago went to a Japanese businessman for 108 million. And it's like, wow, what the fuck? But it's all hiding tax anyway. The fact he got caught, great. But like, he could have sold that to a buddy for £1 million. Your man needed to hide £1 million and he'll sell it on now for whatever, 800,000 or even 1.1. Do you know, sticking a value on anything like so?
I wonder, was it an NFT? We need to look
No,
into
it's
that.
2016. It was.
Oh,
so NFTs weren't around. I don't know what NFTs are.
I don't even know what they
They'll
are.
come and go. And don't be the one buying it anyway. Be the one selling it. But make sure. I think it's basically they own the rights to the picture or the media that you sell. They own that image forever, like so.
But say it's I mean, can you still use your picture? Obviously not commercially, but on your Facebook or
I don't know. I doubt it. I'd say when it goes to somebody, it goes to somebody. Like it, but it unless they print it off, it's forever on the fucking internet. And now I have had a spate of weird jobs, at least working on a local pig farm to here, which I'm surprised to see it's still going. Definitely thought some ex-fucking convict would have fucking burnt that place down or something. Because
I've learned so much about pig farms this week.
What?
There you go. You asked me how my week was. There was a property, and I thought there might be a pig farm the acre below.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find out what the repercussions of living beside one would be.
Oh, I can fucking tell you. You didn't have to fucking go look that up. I can tell you what the repercussions of being near a pig farm can fucking do.
Anyway, it turns out it's a no-go, unfortunately, so...
What, a pig? Oh, the site, is it?
Yeah.
Where you're going to put your holiday homes on.
Magical Shire.
That jacket is really doing great sounds.
It's cold.
It's fucking warm here. Sit the dog on your feet. What? So, not least working on a local pig farm.
Yes.
Teaching Ferrari, fucking driving.
So the reason I chose this article is because, well, I mean, I'm not moving to Montana with you. But if you were a single man, this would be a great job for you.
Jesus, no, that's...
Yeah. So, the successful applicant will patrol Montana wilderness
This has gone great.
to reduce friction with humans rather than referee grizzly versus grizzly sparring. So you basically have to sort out, you know, the bears and the local farmers and people and whatnot and make sure there's no conflict.
This job is literally made for me.
I know, and look at the salary. 79 to 103,000. That was a lot.
Where does it fall? Like, where does it fall? You know, what qualifies you for the 103 top mark? Like somebody who's done this shit before, where you're basically the Jerry Adams, the Martin McGuinness
Do you
of
know?
fucking bear conflict.
It doesn't actually say. It only tells you about the job. It doesn't say what kind of person they need.
Disputes aren't between ursine combats themselves, although territorial quarrels do occur, but in the friction between bears and humans, while grizzly attacks, what you doing? Like, what are you doing? Only like trapping chemical immobilization. Okay, so you're tranking them, so you ain't going to try to have to fight bears.
Yeah, but conflict prevention.
I like that. But you're listen, this is a pure job of nothing. All you could possibly do is try and fucking fire a few shots in the air and hope he fucks off. It's a fucking grizzly. That thing can take your house down if it wants. Like, that's the other side of it. Like these compounds, those fucking whatchamacallit people, those Alaskan bush people. Sure, every time they went out to take a piss or went to the shop, they came back and there was a bear, and they don't just bust open your door. They come in and they wreck everything, and then they shit everywhere. Dog, you're fucking incredible.
Talking about bears. You're rubbing your dog funk all over those sheets.
Jesus Christ, oh my! A soundproofing sheet's down. It just laid down, ready to be hung up, and now they're gonna have to be fucking washed. Great, fucking lovely. This is just this is an unending nightmare. This is. I didn't want to wash it because it's the effort of having to wash it, but I'm gonna have to wash it because you're just. Oh fucking hell! Even your white eyebrows look like you've been smoking fags or something like.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
The applicant must be strong enough to lift a 50-pound weight.
Although directly grappling with a bear is not required or encouraged. What 50-pound fucking weight are they talking about?
Jeez, they can weigh up to 1,000 pounds.
Gee, like, forget all that. Have you seen the fucking swinging power of them fucking things?
Isn't there a bear where you're not supposed to run? You're supposed to lie down.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter a shit. Because a grizzly, all of them will catch you. They're all as fast as a fucking racehorse. They're all, like, so they're going to fuck you up regardless.
I want to watch Yellowstone so bad right now.
I know, after the Montana thing. That was a show. That was a show I didn't think you'd get into. I thought that'd be a show where I'd have to watch bit parts of it when you go in the shower and stuff like that. It's like, grand, bit of telly now. And then get 20 minutes in, it's like, alright, we'll turn that off again. Okay. Like Meat Eater or any of those ones. But I was very surprised. Even when they shot the horse at the beginning, I thought, because you're not one for, if an animal dies anywhere at all in any or any media fucking outlet that we're watching on television, Natasha's gone. She's like, that's it. They're killing animals. But he shot a horse in the opening scene.
Yeah, but I looked away. And I put my hands over my ears. It counts.
So the fact that it didn't actually happen in real life at all because it's a TV show, and the fact that you looked away, it's all grand now.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So hang on now. So you thought I wouldn't like Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And yet you kept suggesting it to me.
Yes,
to
I
watch.
did. Yes, I did.
Mayor.
Yes, I did.
It's excellent.
It's
I love it.
Bloody good. Like, if anybody remembers Dallas, it's got the same kind of political fucking to and fro like Dallas had, but it's not like fucking Dallas. it's
To be fair, if it was based in the city, I wouldn't have any interest.
no, but they're so ridiculously hardcore, dog. I swear to God, are you so devoid of? I know. But she's like, I know you're in the middle of something right now.
That is so cute. She's tapping your knee.
I know. But can I just say I love you? And if you want me to come and sit on your knees,
I was thinking, is she getting cataracts?
No, she's only fucking 5. Fuck's sake.
No, I've been noticing her eyes gone a bit blurry. Look.
Again, this is great podcast stuff. This is, you know what I mean? This is. You're back at same again next week.
Same pain.
Same pain. Cups OT.
To be fair, I said I didn't want to do this because I'm not very good at it. You're good at it.
There's nothing to be good at. No, you're doing great. It's the kind of scripted fucking wildness of it is good. And the fact that we've a child shouting at his owl in the background here.
He's fast asleep,
we've a dog then beside us who's just
stinking
up the fucking studio. But she's just being the most needy dog in the world.
No, she is.
You have been very needy.
She's very cute.
You are very cute. Give me a paw. Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Anyway, so if anyone has experience with crowdfunding, please write in. Tell us. Or if you'd like to fund my venture.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. You see, you'd have surely a bit of shit. You can't just throw up any. Maybe you could once upon a time throw up any old shit and just like give me money, because like when you see, you know, there's like one selling farts in jars to perverts all over the world. Like, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Can you do that?
I suppose some pervert would want it. Yeah.
We can make money off your farts. That's unreal. We'd be millionaires.
It is, you know, I mean, I don't know how many perverted blokes would want Tom's farts. I'm just saying.
A woman might want it. Doesn't have to be a bloke.
Sheesh, that's the woman our son will end up marrying. Is some perverted old one who'd buy us.
Well, no, she wouldn't. She'd be grand because sure he farts all the time.
You know, dog, you're really adding to the ambiance here. Like you're just stomping around the place, shaking your collar everywhere.
My crunchy coat.
Your crunchy coat.
Oh, she's rubbing herself against me.
Yeah, she is. She wants you to have some of that dog funk. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is deteriorated very quickly since you came in, dog, I have to say. But in all fairness, as people listen to this, they'll go, yeah, the O'Mahonys are fucking warped in the head.
Well, this is real life podcast.
This is definitely real life podcasting. This absolutely is. I'll be back to the very professional stuff next week.
You are welcome.
No, I like, you see the gear. It's fucking killing me that I need to spend more time fucking listening to Asian people telling me how to do it on YouTube. Realistically, I'm sure if I brought a fucking whiz in here, but I you know, it would get it fucking sorted in the morning. But I'd sooner learn about it myself, because that's the thing. If I don't learn about it and somebody's teaching me, I literally go like Homer Simpson in my head, like do 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 do. I cannot when somebody's trying to teach me, and I know you're the same, because I've tried to teach you things, and I look at her every so often. She go, hey.
No, but that's if you're teaching me something I'm not interested in.
That's yeah. Okay.
If you're like, when I ask you for, you know, tips about using the drill.
Yeah.
I love that.
Which is very funny because Natasha has basically outdone her father at using my drill. Don't worry, I don't think he's going to be listening to the podcast. But and even my own mother, they were using it. They've both used it. But do you know what? There is a technique to it. Like the people, well, he's clearly they ate the fucking heads off, bit heads off yoke, ate the heads off screws.
We should actually get some more.
Maybe we should do a whatchamacallit video, tutorial. Maybe I should do it. A tutorial video on how to start a screw. How to start, because the fuckery. I didn't realise people were so gammy at starting a fucking screw.
Yeah, like Baroness, love you. I love you, Princess. But I'm trying to chat into this microphone thing here. Thank you. You're the best girl. Yes, I think a whole DIY channel would be fantastic.
Yeah,
I'd get involved in that now quicker than I jump on this.
Okay, all right. Well, we might do that then.
Because also maybe it would help other women be more relaxed seeing a woman doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fucking blokes listen to this that would need a hand too, like, you know, so...
Sure, look, I could have a barbecue channel as well.
Steady on now. Steady on now. The barbecue channel is my channel. Which I will when the weather gets a bit fucking brighter more than anything, because I'll be recording in the evening times for the most part and it's just too dark. The last brisket, I want to do a brisket, a full cooked brisket, the full 12 hours I want to do a video of it, but it's just... Because the last one I did was a couple of months ago. Nearly 2 months ago at this stage.
I can't remember the last time you cooked, so...
Yes. And... It's just too. It's a 12-hour cook, so you do need a bit of light. Like
steaks, you did steaks last.
I did.
Yeah,
they
were good
with the meter. I've recommended the meter to many people on this. I should be getting fucking sponsorship for all these fucking bits and pieces. I definitely for fucking Pit Viper anyway. I mean the amount of people that have sent me pictures of them after buying Pit Vipers. So
and even I've had to find them for people online as well.
So it's. I know Pit Viper, they had messaged me a couple of times going, can we use this image? Can we use this image? I'm like, yeah, you could fucking be using that image, alright, lads, but be sending on a couple more fucking glasses there.
Do they make kids Pit Vipers?
Oh, that's a good one. That would be a good one.
Oh, could you imagine Fiona?
We're going to have to shave a mullet. If he's going to get Pit Vipers, he's going to have to get a mullet going.
Well, to be fair, whatever haircut I did on him recently there with the kitchen scissors was a bit moulet.
It was the most manly haircut ever. It's chopped in every fucking direction.
Yeah, because I didn't have the right scissors. Plus, he was lying on his side, so you know.
Yeah, so that's where he's ended up with his haircut. It's a pure. Who cut your hair? My mother cut my hair. Of course she fucking did. There's lumps missing out of it everywhere. But really, the program was just to get it out of his eyes.
He can work it.
He can. He's just one of them young fellas. It wouldn't matter if he had a fucking tidy haircut anywhere, because you turn around 2 seconds later and it's all on top of his head.
The main thing is that it never bothers him.
Oh, getting the haircut?
No, well, yeah, obviously, but if his hair looks good or bad or indifferent or what he wears.
What child would give a fuck about that?
I hope none.
I know, sure, that shit won't arrive until fucking school when he starts meeting ball bags who actually care about fashion. Unless he's going to be the sort of fellow who's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't, again.
Yeah, I hope so. Because there's so many other things to be thinking about.
Oh, should we say that now? But for sure he'll be a fashionista. He'll be like, lads, we need the fucking...
Just like Daddy.
Yeah, just like Daddy. An absolute fashionista. Anyway, I think, you know what? I've tortured you for long enough on this podcast.
So sorry. I'm so genuinely, I'm so sorry.
There's nothing. No, I think it was actually an enjoyable podcast because it was.
Yeah, and then I'll listen it back with my monotone, boring voice. Journey Mac, people be crashing cars and everything.
It's all right. We'll see. Can we doctor it up some which way on this? We'll just see. Can we put you in a high pitched version? Hey guys, how's it going? No, honestly.
Oh, like the WhatsApp message.
Oh, Natasha thought I was on fucking coke or something.
My god!
I was coming back from Gordo's the other night. I left her a voicemail or she left me and I replied. And then this kind of half ratty message in the way I saw it. I was like, why are you talking so fast? It's like, oh.
No, I was concerned.
But literally, it didn't sound fucking human when you played it back to me. It wasn't talking fast. It was like, so just coming down the road, they did, and if we went, I was like, how did you even for a second think that I know you're not a sound and fucking vision fucking, degree engineer, but at the same time, you couldn't have possibly thought that was me, did you?
Oh, I thought you had lots of coffee or something. I was worried for your heart.
To be fair, at Gordo's, the coffee is very strong, but the only thing that really happens from that isn't me talking faster. It's whatever brand of coffee he gets. If you need to drop weight before a fight, it's basically like, what are those water tablet things that can just drain you?
Mm.
Yeah. Water tablets. I don't know what's in it, but it's the strongest shit you'll ever have. And all of a sudden then you're like, oh, I need 74 pisses. Every piece of moisture that's in my body needs to get out of it right now. Oh, Jesus, dog. Okay, for any other reason or no other reason other than to get this smelly dog out of the fucking studio.
She's back on the
curtain.
Back on the sheets.
Great. That's just great. Oh, that's it. Do a twirl on it as well. Just get that funk into it. Natasha, this has been real. My voice is even breaking and everything. This has been very real. Thank you very much for coming on Buckshot.
It's been very real.
It's been very real.
What does that mean?
I've enjoyed it. It's been fun, man. Yeah, man. Cool. I am going to have to equalise some of the bits where you absolutely blew the fucking mic out.
Sorry.
That's all right. Once again, Yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. Thank you very
Lovely.
much, Natasha O'Mahony. Thank you. So my thanks, of course, to the wife, Natasha. I know she was fuming over that. Now she wouldn't have enjoyed that one bit, but I thought we had a great bit of crack. So you know yourself, hit subscribe if this is your first time ever listening. It'll ping in. If you are on the Spotify, do us a favour and give us the 5 stars. And like I said at the top of the show, we have our live show for the Patreon, so why not support the show? Join the crack the Sunday after next. We'll have an old drink, get loose and have a bit of crack. There are, of course, tickets still left for the April 23rd and May 5th show, and May 6th in Portlaoise will be coming on sale soon. So that's the Limelight and the Wild Duck Comedy Club. There'll be a Cork date coming soon, and most likely a Limerick date. So, and the Galway one will be much later in the year. But listen, thanks be to God, there's a rake of gigs popping up around the place. You'll catch me somewhere fairly soon. Right, boys and girls, thanks a million. Go on away, enjoy the rest of the weekend. I'll talk to you again next week. Good luck and thanks.